afternoon. Look at this with students here. All of you stop talking when I speak. I love it. I love it. Students, you are an incredible example for our Rotarians who often are a little chatty and keep talking when I talk. So I love you being here. And we are delighted to have you here today because we get to honor all of you incredible students and your families and teachers. So welcome to the April 21st meeting of Rotary Club of Des Moines. I am President Catherine Staub, and we are, as I said, delighted to have all of you here today with us at the Embassy Club. At this point, Judy McCoy Davis will share a moment of inspiration, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance and a four-way test.
This is a picture of Christopher Davis, and he's not my grandson or my great-grandson, although we share a last name, and I am trying to become his adoptive grandmother. But Christopher is the son of Ryan and Adriana Delgado Louise Davis. Now, Adriana is my inspiration, and I hope she'll be all of yours by the time I'm ended here. Some of you may remember Adriana. She has spoken to this club twice. Once was 6 years ago. She was here on a day like today because she was the Hoover High School scholarship recipient. And she was very proud to tell us that she was going to be attending Iowa State. 3 years ago, she came back and spoke to us, and that's a day I will never forget. Because it was the day I was introducing our speaker, who is Lori Cheshire. You may remember she's an attorney with the Davis Law Firm who works in immigration law. And before she spoke, when Adriana gave us an update on her education, the highs and lows of going to college, she also told us what it was like to be a DACA child. She told us what she was dealing with in 2019, studying for college, but never being sure whether she'd be deported the next day. And it moved us all. We gave her a standing ovation. And I've stayed in touch with Adriana over the years. So let me give you an update on her now. She graduated from Iowa State. She got her degree in criminal justice. She married Ryan. They bought a house in Beaverdale. They have a kitten and a puppy. She went to work. Her first job was as a domestic violence victim advocate for Access. She is now working as a legal assistant for the U.S. Department of Refugees and Immigration, where she works with people. As she said, I'm now on the other side of the table. I'm helping folks get a green card, learn how to become a U.S. citizen. And this year, 2022, has been a very momentous year for her because on February 3rd, she became a U.S. citizen. And on March 19th, a little over a month ago, she gave birth to Christopher. And like I said, I'm hoping to be his adoptive grandmother, and he already has a college fund started. So let's do the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And the four-way test.
Is the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
And now greet your fellow Rotarians and all of our guests.
I got there, I saw nobody outside. So I'm like, oh, I was like, I must have canceled, and I just drove easy. And I'm like sitting in my AC outside, trusting inside. I was like, oh, cool.
And then I have to see your sister. welcome many guests today with our scholarship recipients, their friends, family, and school support staff. We also welcome 2 guests of Rotarians, and those are Cheryl, who's a guest of the Ashley Bonin Camp. Cheryl, will you stand? She's at the back for those of you in this corner. Welcome. And Rick, where's Rick? Former Rotarian, there he is. Welcome back, Rick. Rick is visiting us from Wisconsin after being a longtime member of the club, and we are delighted to have both of you here today. April is a very busy month for Rotary Club of Des Moines, so Jason Stuyvesant is going to come on up and tell us about some of the volunteer community service activities that are coming up. Jason?
Hello again, everyone. So specifically next week is a very busy week for the month of April with Rotary activities. First of which being the Civitas event, which is next Tuesday at 4 p.m. out at the Hilton Garden Inn. I feel like I've somewhat undersold the event because we only have 4 people, including me, signed up so far. So I wanted to kind of go over a little bit more detail, because I know I alluded to it, but essentially it's in regards to human trafficking and addressing that issue, which aligns with our district governor's mission for the year as well. But I wanted to mention some of our panelists that we're going to, it's going to serve as kind of a panel discussion with an MC and a keynote sort of deal, and then able to have questions at the end. But our panelists are going to include Rocky Vest, who's a Partnership Development Manager for Hope for Justice and Slave Free Alliance. We're going to have Brenda Long, the founder and executive director of Garden Gate Ranch. And we're also going to have David Gonzalez, who is a senior investigator for Hope for Justice and Slave Free Alliance. So there'll be people from law enforcement there as well. So again, that's next Tuesday at 4 p.m. out in West Des Moines. It was in the bulletin if you want to sign up, and I think we have sign-ups on the table as well. Additionally, due to the weather yesterday, our Earth Day trash cleanup, or Earth Week, whatever, trash cleanup got moved to next Wednesday at 1 p.m. at Ewing Park. With the date change, we had some conflicts, so would love to have any of you sign up for that one. About 1 to 4, we'll just go around and clean up. The city of Des Moines provides the bags, and we clean all of that up. And then lastly, we have our Dia del Niño celebration at Union Park, a lot of parks here, on Saturday of next week, the 30th. The event is from 10 to noon, but we could use volunteers from 9:30 until about 1, just kind of guiding people as they come through. And that's with our partnership with the library. And we do have an opening if anybody wants to be Rosie Reader. That offer is still there. But that'll be a great thing just to get some exposure in the community right alongside our band. And that's all I got. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. And now I'm going to turn, I'm a lot of up, down, up, down. I will turn the meeting over to our local scholarship committee member, Leslie Schaefer. Leslie, come on up.
Bring it on. This is really exciting day for me. When I was asked to be the lead for this, I was like going, yay, this is so much fun. So hopefully I can pull this off with my excitement. So today we get to meet our 6 scholarship winners and awardees that are part of our Rotary Club of Des Moines Local Scholarship Award. So the Scholarship Award was established in 1980 by our club here, and we fund this through our tumblers. So those of us that have the little green badge, that's good, or a little green tag on our badge. And also through our foundation. And today we're awarding an $8,000 scholarship to graduating senior from 6 Des Moines high schools: Roosevelt, North, Lincoln, Hoover, East, and Virtual School. So this is a $1,000 per semester scholarship. We have a scholarship committee that is really outstanding. So if you're a member of the scholarship committee, please stand up. if you want to be on it next year, you can sign up for it next year. But this is really, it's really a lot of fun. So the first phase of the selection of the students is with the counselors, and we could not do this without our counselors. And I know there's some counselors here, so counselors, at least raise your hand if you're a counselor from one of the high schools, please. They actually do kind of vetting of the students first, and so we get it narrowed down to about 4 students, sometimes 3, sometimes 4. But once the students are identified, then we work with the counselors to schedule either the in-person or the online virtual interviews. I've done both. I tell you that in-person are so much fun. They're a lot more fun than the virtual, but we got through the virtual ones too last year. Then the final phase is the committee comes together and kind of reveals the final slate of scholarship winners. So in the next few minutes, a scholarship committee member is going to come up with the student, introduce the student, and kind of talk about why they were selected from the committee's perspective. And then we're going to have the student just give a very short, less than 3-minute little speech about what they're going to do and kind of what they're hoping for to get out of that. And I did preview ours with Selman, and it's going to be really great. I'm expecting a lot from you, so no pressure. I did. I read through it. So anyway, I think our first recipient is from East. So Brian Newton, you want to come on up?
Good afternoon. It's my pleasure to introduce Carolina Mendoza from Des Moines East, our scholarship winner for this year. This is my first year on the committee, and I was just amazed at the quality of students that we had the opportunity to meet. But Carolina just rose to the top with her enthusiasm, her passion for her school, her community, her desire to go get her degree and then come back to Des Moines and invest in her community. Just a really bright star in our young people. So Carolina.
Thank you. It is a great honor to be standing here today. I am very thankful and blessed to have the opportunity to be speaking to you all. Oh, I'm sorry. This was a long ride, and I'm proud of my classmates Marcelo, Shikri, and McKenna, who are also one of the finalists for this scholarship. I have worked hard to be where I am now. I did not imagine the kind of recognitions I would be receiving my senior year. Being a part of the Eastside community gave me a visual on what we can do for our community. Without Kelly Royale from the Greater Des Moines Leadership Institute, Natalie Niemeyer from East High, and the rest of the staff at East, I would be lost. I have the hopes to someday inspire the Hispanic community. Although my mother is not able to attend with us today because of work, she is my motivation to further my education at the University of Iowa. Our struggles is what made me a stronger human being. Being the 2022 East recipient of the Rorty Scholarship, it will help me continue to thrive in education and pursue a career to help the community. This scholarship showed me how I can be awarded when I do things that I am passionate about. Thank you all for being here today, and a special thank you to the Rorty Club of Des Moines.
They should know? Okay. I'll just announce it real quick. So it's East, and then Hoover, Jake, you're up. Lincoln, Andy is up after that, then North, Roosevelt, and Birchville.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for being here today, and on behalf of our team at Hoover High School, It's my pleasure to introduce to you all Selman Pavelyak, who is our scholarship recipient for our Rotary Scholarship for 2022. I just want to tell you guys a little bit about Selman because he's very humble. He might not tell you guys all this about him, so I need to make sure I do it. Selman, amazing interviewee. Some things just about him. First of all, in the classroom, Selman ranks first in his class at Hoover High School with a GPA that is 4.517, which I didn't know was possible, but Selman has a 4.5 GPA while taking 16 AP courses, so he'll be probably halfway done with college by the time he gets this scholarship. He's planning on using the scholarship to double major in mechanical and electrical engineering at Iowa State University, and wants to use those skills that he gains to pave the road for future technological innovation for all of us to use in the future. Outside of school, Selman, when he's not busy working at Hy-Vee or participating in robotics competitions or volunteering for meals at the Heartland, likes to relax by playing classical piano. The other students that we did interview were all very worthy and deserving, but Selman's professionalism, dedication to service, and just passion that he showed at the interview really made him stand out to us. And for that, we really wanted to just honor Selman today, while also thanking all of the counselors at Hoover High School who helped us with this process. With that, I'll let Selman introduce himself and give a few words.
Alrighty, thank you everyone for coming here today. And thank you for letting me have the opportunity to tell you a little bit about myself. So I'm just going to start off by answering several questions. So what motivates me to succeed? The chief reason that I'm motivated to succeed is knowing that one day I can give back to my community for all the positive influences it's had on my life. Wanting to make the most out of opportunities my parents were refugees during the Bosnian War, and something else that motivates me to succeed is wanting to make the most out of the opportunities that they've taken. The sacrifices they made to leave the war, it was really inspiring to me. And being able to pursue my interests and passions in STEM, as Jake said, through my desired majors in electrical and mechanical engineering. So what gives me joy or satisfaction? Chiefly being able to do something that I thought that was once impossible. There's just something that comes with feeling like something is going to be impossible and then just proving yourself wrong. I feel that failure coupled with meaningful reflection is the best way to learn and move forward. And being able to just see your progress over time is just inspiring to me. And so finally, what does the Rotary Scholarship mean to me? To put it bluntly, it's essentially an anvil off my shoulders. I have a dad that works as a trucker, and I'm only able to see him once every 2 to 3 weeks. And so all the time he has to sacrifice in order to afford for my needs and my sister's needs and the rest of my family's needs. It's such an anvil off of my family situation, financial situation. Not only that, but Rotary demonstrates to me how much my community has given to me, and further excites my passion to give back to my community, as Jake said, through technological innovations and engineering. Thank you, Rotary.
Good afternoon, I'm Andy Bretz, along with Josh Braby and Tim Livelitz. We were the scholarship committee for Lincoln. And like every one of the teams at the schools, we had a really difficult decision. We had 4 great candidates, and they were wanting to do everything from being a private investigator to a physician and things in between. So as we went through the whole process, one person really stood out. She's planning on going to ISU and studying what is environmental science and animal ecology. So that's her plans. She's, through our interview process, was really clear. She is extremely passionate about the environment and animals, so much so that she's actually spent a considerable amount of her own time volunteering in those areas. So she's volunteered at the zoo,
working with animals and cleaning up trash and all the things that are involved there. And she's been part of the Youth Environmental Corps and going around and pulling weeds and doing all kinds of things in the wetlands. So in school, she's been very active as well. She's been in band, she's got a part-time job, she volunteers in the library at school, and I'm gonna stand over here where I say this, she's in Kung Fu. I don't know all the different martial arts and what the differences are in Kung Fu, but yeah. So we tried hard to stump her with animal questions and plant questions, and we couldn't do it. And so we felt like we just needed to give her the scholarship. So she is graduating the top 15% of her class, has a GPA of 3.6, and she's done all that, she revealed to us, in spite of a learning disability. So we were very impressed with her, and we're excited to give the scholarship award to Olivia Cook.